On June 7th, 2025, Madison Clydesdale, creator of the YouTube channel Madison Clydesdale, documents her solo off-grid life at a remote cabin in British Columbia, Canada. Her channel centers on cabin living, homesteading, and wilderness survival. In this episode, routine tasks unfold in an isolated environment where large wildlife regularly passes through her land, far from roads, neighbors, or immediate help.
Hey bear! Hey bear! There were 3 black bears and a bobcat when I checked the cameras about a week ago. I think they go up into the mountain, then they come back down, walk through my path that's up here. I have to keep Kiro really close because I haven't seen any grizzlies yet, but if there's any cubs, they could charge at Kiro. This is the trail cam that's kind of in the middle of this path. This is a path that kind of cuts across up the mountain a bit, and it goes both ways. So I'm gonna check the screen here. Oh, goodness gracious. That was right there just a day ago. One took a bite out of my solar panel. It still functions fine, it seems. This solar panel is probably not gonna work anymore. I knew there were bears, but these are 2 together. They're most likely a mating pair. So if this is the middle section, I also have a trail cam down at the other end of my property, and then I have one down this way. It is a bear highway. You know, I will take a bobcat any day over a bear, but I am grateful that they're just black bears that we're seeing. Okay, I took some time to really take in this footage. I've recently learned May to July is mating season. These 2 bears that are together are most likely a male and female. The male will follow around the female for a few days while it's trying to mate with it. It will protect it from other bears mating with it, and it's going to be territorial during this time. It looks like that was just a play fight, or the male was trying to get with the female and she said no, kick rocks. My guess is it's the female that's turning around and going back the same way they came from. The male continues on for a few minutes because if you look at the timestamps, it's all really close together. So the male will be Cinnamon and the female will be Spicy. Cinnamon keeps scratching his back. And what I've learned from looking it up, because I was like, is this bear's back that itchy? Why is only one of them doing it? It is a mating thing. So it's a male letting females know that he's available, and it's also a territorial thing. They have scent glands on their back and they're rubbing their scent on the trees for other females and other bears to know. It also shows how big they are. The higher that the scent goes and the higher the scratches go, the larger the bear. So it looks like he turns around after doing that and goes back after her and then wanders off into the distance. The next day, there's another black bear, and I know this one's different because it's not as red as the other 2. Those are the first 2 cinnamon type bears I've seen. I'm guessing this is also a male because he's rubbing his back on trees. He's doing the same thing. I kind of want to name this one Sid because of his nose. It's honestly really cute, and I am learning so much from seeing this footage.
Madison begins by checking her security cameras, confirming repeated visits from black bears and a bobcat moving through her property. She notes that bear mating season increases activity, and one bear has already damaged her solar panel, affecting a critical power source. In this environment, small damage can quickly become serious. Here, signs appear only after something has already crossed the line.
I'm gonna give you guys a tour of the property by ATV. It's a one-man show over here. There's no cameraman, so I had to show the drone to explain how I'm getting these shots. But I think this is a really cool way to show there is no flat ground on this property. It is going to be hard to build on, but this area up here is where we want the main house to go eventually, hopefully, one day. This area up here is one of my favorites. They cleared it out, I think, for a tiny home, another one, whoever sold it to us. So there's a wood stack up here that I also have to bring down. This is where I want the future sauna to be built, and maybe a cold plunge, but there's no water hookup over here. So a ravine to that side, but no water in it, and a dried up ravine to that side. And I want to build a bridge, and that's kind of the main section where I think the house will go. But yeah, okay, back down we go. One of the reasons Parker and I built a woodshed right away is because there is piles of wood all over the property from trees that have fallen or have been cut down. And when they're just stacked underneath the trees, because it's an interior rainforest, they rot. It's really good wood now, but if it sits out here for over a year, it's gonna be rotten and no good anymore. So we have to transport this wood. This thing is just so much fun. Throw them, else it's gonna take me all day. All right, let's go back. Ooh, there's these beetles in here. They're going. This is the door I could not carry by myself in the last video. Oh. I'm only not wearing my helmet because I'm going about 2 kilometers an hour. That's my store wood pile. In the winter I'll cover it with a tarp. A lot of people watching this are thinking, oh my gosh, I want to live that lifestyle, but it is work every single day. Work on top of your actual work. And I'm definitely grateful for it. I love it, but it's not for everyone.
She then focuses on work around the land, using an older Yamaha Kodiak ATV to haul wood before seasonal rain arrives. Drone shots reveal steep, uneven terrain, highlighting how difficult access is. Madison continues preparing resources by hand, fully aware that outside assistance is limited and delays carry consequences. Out here, preparation is the only buffer against isolation. Later, Madison hikes into the Kootenay Mountains with her dog, Kuro. Melting snow makes the terrain unstable, with frequent post-holing slowing progress. She shares survival advice about firmer snow in shaded areas and warns against melting red-tinted snow.
Oh. This tree is buried in the snow, so if I release it... Oh, it's really buried. Okay, it's too buried. I'll just go around. Just a gorgeous day. You can see all the snow on the mountain still. We're switchbacking, headed up over there. We're one of the first on the trail this year, it looks like, and there's definitely some fall down from the winter. There's no other footprints in the snow besides Kiro's. Beautiful, beautiful day. Haven't seen any bear scat on the actual trail yet, so that's great. Just got myself on an island here. Post hold, my leg went all the way under. I'm gonna try and get back without hurting myself. Should I try and walk on this or should I go back down? These trees are buried, which means the snow is deep here. I thought this was the trail. Okay. You are as light as water. Oh. Okay, ow. Oh, I gotta get back down there. I'm not as light as water. Oh, it's cold. Whew, that burns the leg. How do I get across this? Okay, it's not as deep here. Oh, ow! Ow! My ankle. Oh, ow, it's stuck. Okay, camera didn't capture it, but that rock, I basically slid and my foot went underneath the rock. This is just the side of a mountain. Pretty steep, so that's the trail. This is a hill, but this whole trail is covered in snow. I can't go that way, it's too bushwhacky. It's midday, so all this snow is melting and I don't understand where the trail is. Well, we're almost at the lake, so I think I gotta just go for it. This is the kind of weather that someone can get lost in pretty easily. So it's all snow here, and if someone's thinking that they can follow their footsteps back, by the time you start heading back, even if it's like 15 minutes later, the sun could have melted your footprints and it'll be impossible to retrace your steps. We gotta hop this creek. Kiro, be careful. Be careful, honey. That looks like a trail. Oh! Wow, what a jump! Oh my god. I had to work up the courage for that one. Another tip, bring sunglasses. I usually don't like wearing sunglasses, I just wear a hat, but this is snow blindness. When the sun reflects off the snow, it can actually burn your face from below, and it's really hard on the eyes. So a hat isn't enough to keep your face from burning. You also need sunscreen. There's a little lake there, so that must mean that we're close. Hey bear! Hey bear! Oh yeah, it's covered in snow. We made it. Wow. Wow, I'm so happy to be here. Whenever you approach a lake like this, it could be a moose drinking water or... That was beautiful, but it is time to go. One quick thing, so you see this red? It's not blood, it's runoff and it's toxic. And you don't want to scoop up and melt that snow. It's runoff from what? I can't remember. I'll put it on the screen. Okay, let's go get some lunch. First we gotta post hole back. I'm coming back here in a month to go swimming. I'm so excited. I mean, I think it'll be melted in a month.
After reaching a frozen alpine lake, she turns back, knowing conditions can change without warning. Back at the cabin, she treats mold on the ceiling beams to prevent further deterioration. The day ends quietly, but the risks remain. Viewers point out that bears rarely seek conflict, yet warn that quieter dangers, unstable snow, silent predators, and isolation, pose greater threats. In places like this, the most serious risks leave little time to react. When danger becomes routine, is the real threat what moves through the forest? Or what happens when one mistake leaves no one close enough to respond? Hold on a sec. If you're enjoying this so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's continue. When the past refuses to stay silent, exploring places marked by tragedy becomes a dangerous gamble. This investigation follows Angelo, the creator of the YouTube channel, Exploring with Angelo, who is known for traveling alone to some of the world's most remote and paranormally active locations in an effort to document the unexplained. One night, he returned to Mount 7 in British Columbia, a mountain as beautiful as it is deadly, infamous for fatal accidents involving miners, lumber workers, suspicious deaths, and paragliding incidents.
It's also haunted. What we do know is that it's haunted by, probably people who used to work up in that area, which is a very dangerous spot to be in, especially during the winter. I have been up there during the winter time, and it is quite treacherous. So we do know there's deaths from, lumber workers, miners, all that sort of thing. And yeah, there's also something else going on up there. On multiple occasions now, I have seen something, and I don't know who or what it is.
Angelo believed the mountain was haunted and felt a heavy presence there, something he had encountered on multiple occasions and hoped to understand. As he headed toward the summit to camp, he reached a familiar sight and immediately noticed something wrong. The large metal fire pit that had always been a permanent fixture was completely gone.
It smells so good up here. So I don't know if I'm tripping out or something, but I swear the fire pit is missing. What? So the spot is empty, and there's no one here, which is good. That means we might be able to camp up here again. I am obviously going to go to the top, because you have to. If you come up here, you literally have to go all the way to the top, but kind of confused. Where did it... Yeah, it's literally missing. Unless I'm tripping or somebody moved it somewhere. There is legit no fire pit anymore. That doesn't make sense. Okay. Yeah, wasn't it like literally right there? Either someone stole it. I would not be surprised if that was the case. Yeah, that's weird. Odd. So yeah, there used to be like a building over here, which is gone now. I don't know why.
Unable to find it anywhere, he questioned whether it had been stolen or if something stranger was already unfolding. As night fell and tension built, 2 loud, forceful knocks echoed from the woods, far too deliberate to be natural. Armed with bear spray, Angelo ventured into the pitch-black forest, where his flashlight revealed the missing fire pit had somehow been moved dozens of feet away and hidden among the trees. As he returned to camp, a sudden crash sent him running back to find his heavy table and tripod violently overturned, with no one around and no logical explanation.
It sounded like something crashed. What was it? I don't see anything. Wait, what the f? Whoa! How the hell did that happen? What the f? Something knocked the table over. And my tripod. Okay.
Choosing to relocate, Angelo drove farther down the mountain and confirmed via GPS that he had unknowingly stopped at the exact location where 2 bodies had once been found in a car under suspicious circumstances. While exploring a narrow, eroding road nearby, the night escalated when a piercing scream tore through the forest, followed moments later by another scream from a different direction.
Holy crap. What the f? Holy f, I just saw him again. What the f? What the f? Guys? Oh my god, I'm sorry, but... Holy crap, that scared me. Oh my god. I just saw the man up there again. The half-missing face? What the... What are you?
He then saw the same entity he had encountered before, a man-like figure with half of its face missing, appearing briefly in the darkness before vanishing. Terrified, Angelo fled to his car, only to notice 2 unexplained handprints pressed into the hood, as if something had leaned against it while he was gone. While skeptics may point to isolation, fear, or environmental causes, the escalating activity, physical disturbances, and repeated sightings suggest something more aggressive, leaving one final question unanswered. Was Mount 7 replaying its tragic past, or was something still there, waiting for its next visitor? On February 12, 2024, Rob Parsons, creator of the YouTube channel Rob Parsons, documents a solo gold prospecting trip on Tasmania's remote west coast. His channel focuses on gold hunting, bushcraft, and outdoor survival. In this episode, Rob works a quiet creek where gold is still plentiful, yet signs of past miners remain scattered, tools left behind in a place that once promised enough value to keep people coming back.
Good morning. I slept in again, 8:45. Oh, day's getting away from me. I'm gonna rush brekkie and get straight down there and start working. Shovel, pan, classifier. I left the pickaxe, sluice box, and yabby pump. Got gloves, my mask, torch, batteries, and snuffer without the gold in it. Off to work we go. Feel a bit light, not carrying the pickaxe. Feel like something's wrong. Anyway, pretty sure I've got everything. Got a new way to get down to the creek now, and it avoids a massive log jam, which is just in there. There's actually quite a good little track that runs through here all the way to where after that log jam is, and it's only coincidental, it's not because the old timers had it here. That stuff only fell down probably a year ago. It's all very fresh. Oh no way, shovel. Look at that. Oh, that's crazy. The old timer's shovel. That's mad. What the hell? Can't believe I just saw that. I just saw the face of it. Oh, there's heaps of stuff here. That's a fry pan. See that? Oh, gotta be so careful with it. Look at that. I've never actually properly explored that much inland. Like, I've only really been along the creek because it's pretty easy going. But that's something I definitely need to do, is get in these hills a bit more. This place has got a lot of secrets.
Rob begins the day at his temporary forest camp, explaining his plan to search untouched crevices along the creek. After preparing basic tools, he follows a new route down to the water, avoiding fallen timber blocking the old path. Along the way, he uncovers a rusted shovel and an old frying pan buried in the soil. Rob believes they belong to miners who worked this creek over a century ago, likely keeping the location secret due to how rich it was. The tools remain, but the people who use them are long gone.
Alright, so here we are. Now the trick to running a sluice, so I'm told, is finding the right amount of flow and depth of water to run through it. Because you need the river to do the work for you, but you can't have too much flow running through it, otherwise you will lose all of the material, including the gold. But you can't have too little either, otherwise none of the material works. Now the rule of thumb is, I think, when you've got the right amount, you get like a little V in the top plate. So I'll have a bit of a play here and see if I can get that happening. See, that there's not looking too bad. It's pretty flat. It's got a nice, you can see the water running over the riffles there. There's some nice clay-like material mixed in with the hard packed rocks. See if we can get some of that out. Get out what we can with the hands first. We're just going to feed the concentrates into the sluice box, and we'll do this about maybe 10 pans full, and then we'll check what we've caught in the sluice. Just take a spoonful and feed it in. I haven't quite got enough flow, so I'm going to have to help some of it over the lip. There's a nice visible piece of gold right there, so that's a very good start. If we can see gold, it means there might be more gold in here. I'm going to take this riffle plate off and we'll see what we caught in the mat. And we're going to gently shake off any material that's caught itself in the mat. You always want to make sure that your footprint of the mat is over the pan, because if you've got any gold, you don't want it falling outside of the pan. So I heard anyway. It's pretty good. Let's see what we got. So any gold we've got from the sluice mat will be sitting in the front part of this pan, and we'll just wash away all the light material to begin. Already got some heavies appearing, which is a great sign. There's what I'm looking at, some nice chunks coming through already. I guess that's the problem when you're working with these heavy sands and ironstone, is the gold isn't that much different to them in weight. So you got to be careful. So this here is 4 pans. That was about half hour sluicing. Oh, I lost a bit. All right, that's enough of that. Not bad. Some good chunks in there. She's all chunky stuff. Nice.
Moving into the creek, Rob sets up a sluice box in a section with steady flow. He explains how natural current separates heavy material, allowing gold to settle. After processing several buckets of gravel, small pickers begin to appear among the black sand. As he continues, the gold becomes more solid and chunky, confirming that this stretch of water still holds significant value. Despite the clear rewards, the creek shows no signs of being actively worked.
So I've just been working my way up towards this waterfall, quite heavy the flow, but managed to find a few bits of gold, and I've just come across a nice little sun-baking nugget.
That's it right there. And if it wasn't so hard trying to film one-handed whilst trying to pry it out of its resting place with a face full of waterfall, you'd have a much better view of me dislodging it.
Nice little shit. Nice little egg. Little speckled egg. Might be a gram there, I reckon.
This spot began to show plenty more sunbakers. Quite evident that the exposed surface of the bedrock was a thoroughfare for what we call a pay streak, a line that defines the path that gold travels in a stream. The small cracks in the bedrock provide the perfect place for the gold to get trapped as it travels over.
Crazy, I've moved up like another foot. Alright, it wasn't 3, it was only 2. I don't know what that other thing was, a yellow rock. It looked like gold, alright.
After working the rapid, I continued collecting the odd piece here and there, not knowing that I was about to find one of the best crevices I've ever found. For whatever reason, this crevice had been completely overlooked. The overhanging fold above it provided the perfect dropout zone for gold to fall into. That's everything from today.
Rob then shifts to sniping beneath a small waterfall, manually clearing crevices under moving water. He discovers exposed gold sitting directly on bedrock and later finds a narrow crack tucked beneath jagged rock that others appear to have overlooked. This crevice produces some of the most unusual and dense pieces of gold from the trip.
Let's kick things off with day one's hole. First up, we've got this beautiful chunk, 6'7". The Golden Tooth, 0.42, a nice chunky pickup, 0.43, still nothing to sneeze at 0.43, Golden Rabbit, 0.32, and day one's total, 12.69 grams. Next up we've got day 2. And day 2's total, 10.41 grams, which means the 2 days combined, 23.13 grams.
Back at camp, Rob weighs the total yield from 2 days, revealing more than 23 grams of gold, roughly matching the video's title. He relaxes by the fire, satisfied with the results. Many viewers praise the beauty of the creek and Rob's skill, but others noticed something unsettling: valuable ground, abandoned tools, and no sign of recent claims. In places like this, wealth alone doesn't explain why people stop coming back. If this creek once offered enough gold to build a livelihood, what made those earlier miners leave their tools behind? And why has no one returned to finish what they started? Meet Brockus, the creator behind the YouTube channel bearing his name. Along with his friends Carlos, Manny, Jonathan, and Eduardo, he investigates some of the most reportedly haunted locations, aiming to uncover the truth behind chilling local legends. One night, their investigation led them to a place known as Haunted Hills in Albuquerque, a location with a dark reputation tied to stories of a hermit who allegedly dragged women up the hill to their deaths. Carlos, who was familiar with the area, explained it was also known for witchcraft, strange rituals, and shadowy figures seen moving through the brush.
In this video, we're going to be exploring mystery of the Haunted Hill here in Albuquerque. One of the reasons why this place is haunted is because a long time ago, there was this guy that killed women. This guy used to drag him up the hill and kill this innocent woman.
When I first started looking into it, it was basically about the main story was about this guy. He basically was like a hermit, from what I heard, and that he would like kidnap like mostly women. would lure women up like this cave up here in the mountain, and he would fucking, I don't know if he like sexually abused them or anything like that, but he would kill them. Well, I've experienced like just seeing him or hearing him like walking, dragging bodies, stuff like that. You can be on the trail, because this is a big trail. Like in the daylight it looks completely different, but you can hear things behind you shuffling. So like up in these hills, they talk about those walkers, you know what I mean, being present. You got to be careful. There's a lot of witchcraft done up here, a lot of rituals. There's a lot of stuff. We were sitting right here, bro, and fucking, I kid you not, bro, we saw something shuffling through this, right through here, bro. See where that trash can is? Yeah. It went right behind that fucking bush right there next to the cactus, dude.
To begin their investigation, the group started a spirit box session, calling out into the darkness in hopes of contacting whatever lingered there.
If there's any spirits here with us, can you connect with us? Can you make any certain sound? The spirit box, you can connect. Is there anyone with us right now? What's your name? L? C?
The device produced fragmented responses and names, including Gerald, Ivy, and Christina, before the session took a sinister turn when a cold, clear voice delivered a direct threat, warning it would make them suffer. Shaken, the group decided the negative energy was too strong, turned off the device, and continued their ascent up the dark trail.
I'll make you suffer.
You're not allowed to do that. You're allowed to stay. You're not allowed to follow us home. You're allowed to stay here at this place.
Said we come with respect. We're not trying to cause any trouble or anything like that.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why, because there's a lot of going on right now. Like them are playing around over there. We're not really being serious about it. Christina, are you still here with us? Oh, let's try somewhere else, I guess. Thank you, Christina.
All right, thank you. Goodbye.
All right, guys. So I'm going to start recording. We already got a little bit of some activity going on. We got a name of Gerald, and a woman's name, Ivy and Christina. Remember those names? Heather.
As they climbed deeper into the hills, the tension escalated. A foul, pungent odor they identified as human filled the air, and they constantly heard footsteps trailing close behind. Their unease intensified when a rock was suddenly thrown from the darkness, landing alarmingly close, confirming they were not alone.
Do you guys smell that? Yeah. Like piss? It's not animal piss though.
It's fucking
Human piss.
Yeah, the brightest one I have is the one that fucking Brian's using right now. What the fuck was that? Was that you?
No.
That was you.
No.
Don't fuck with me, guys. Was that you or not? Tell me, dude. That's great.
Nah, someone threw a rock.
Oh, fuck you guys.
Hold on, I keep like hearing footsteps.
Nearing the top, one of them spotted something unsettling against the skyline. At first, it looked like a strangely shaped tree, but as they focused their camera, the figure began to move.
What is it?
Yeah. Oh, nah, bro. That thing's looking at us, bro.
What is it? It's a tree, bro.
Don't look at it directly, bro. Look kind of up.
Very top, like someone's standing right there, waiting for us. It's a tree, bro.
Oh, nah, bro. Nah, bro. No. That thing's moving, bro.
It swayed unnaturally, then abruptly lurched to the right as a loud sound echoed from its direction. Realizing it was neither a tree nor any animal they could identify, and believing something was waiting for them at the peak, the group abandoned their investigation and rushed back down the hill.
Bro, hey, that shit just fucking moved to the right.
What the fuck? Oh, did you hear that? Dude, something just fucking moved right there, dude. Oh,
Alright, we're in the safe zone. We don't see it no more, bro, because... Alright, give me a sec. I'm kind of upset. We didn't get to go up, but the thing that we saw was not really human being. It was not an animal. I think it was something like witchcraft shit. I think it was some witchcraft.
Although they escaped Haunted Hills unharmed, the image of the moving figure stayed with them. What they saw that night remains unclear. Was it the spirit linked to the hill's violent history, something connected to ritual activity, or an unknown presence entirely? They left with more questions than answers, but one thing was certain. Their encounter at Haunted Hills was something they would not soon forget. On August 31st, 2025, Brent Underwood, creator of the YouTube channel Ghost Town Living, enters a working gold mine first opened more than 125 years ago. His channel documents life, labor, and restoration inside abandoned towns and historic mining sites. This time, Brent works deep inside a high-elevation mine near the Canadian border, where access is limited, conditions are harsh, and mistakes carry lasting consequences.
All right, MSHA training out of the way. I am officially a miner, and so it is time to get to work. Jason, what we got going on?
Now that you're an official miner, we got 12 hours. We're gonna go underground to the gold vein. Today we're gonna drill it out, we're gonna blast it, and then we're gonna come back in, muck it into bags, and see how much ore we can get for the day.
Off ladder.
So this is the jack leg we're gonna be using to drill this round out. This thing probably hasn't changed much in about 75 years. So this is kind of old technology, but it still works really well.
Before its invention, drilling holes for explosives was done by hand, with a hammer and a chisel. A miner would strike and twist a steel rod into the rock, slowly carving out each hole.
This drill weighs about 120 pounds. That's the point I'm trying to make there. The leg is 2 stages, and it's run by air. So the more air you give the leg will extend and push the drill into the bottom of the hole. And that's what makes it. It's not me sitting here pushing the drill in. It's all pneumatically powered.
The jack leg. It's a 100-pound pneumatic drill that vibrates so violently it shakes your entire body and the rock around you. That's why it's risky. You're not just drilling, you're destabilizing. All right, so we're about 2 hours into it. We got all the holes drilled. And Jason, how you feeling after that?
Oh man, it's always fun getting back on the jack leg, but it really takes it out of you. It's heavy, it's loud, it's just a beast to handle, but we got all 16 holes drilled in 2 hours. I'm pretty impressed with that. We did pretty good.
Inside the tunnel, Brent begins drilling directly into a quartz vein. The jackleg drill pushes back with constant force, demanding full control as noise and vibration take over the space. He explains how earlier miners drilled by hand and how modern tools compress days of labor into hours. As he finishes the drilling pattern, the task feels less like progress and more like endurance. Every movement matters here, because the mine reacts immediately to pressure. What comes next depends entirely on how precise this moment was.
Next step in the process is the explosives. We've got ammo, caps, some boosters, and a zero. We got to go load all the holes that we just drilled, set it up so they time just right so it all blasts out into our muck pile, and then we can make it all go boom.
How about this though? 16 holes, correct?
All right, so about 4 hours in or so, and this is what the wall looks like. That is going to blast out of here, hit that, go down, and that's what the gold will be.
So we've got everything hooked up. The last stage is to connect the battery, which ignites the zero and continues and shoots the whole round.
Oh, well, this is an exciting moment because we did the blast, and now we gotta go up and see the result of the blast and of all the ore.
Well, this is just about the worst case scenario. This is a chunk that was about halfway through our round and came from about 50 feet that way. Now we got a map.
So the first hazard you guys gotta deal with is tripping hazards. The second is all of the spikes are unaccounted for. I don't know where they are. If you step on them, it's gonna go through your foot. Hey, the GoPro's alive.
Hey!
My headlight's alive.
My camera is right around here.
With the holes prepared, Brent helps load ANFO explosives into the rock face. He knows the blast must break the vein cleanly without turning the tunnel into chaos. When the explosion triggers, the force travels farther than expected. Rock flies down the passage, damaging nearby equipment and filling the air with dust. The space grows unstable in seconds, reminding everyone how little margin exists underground. The mine answers effort with power that refuses to be controlled.
A lot of this will be cleanup. We were hoping to come in and just have easy to muck bags, you know, that way you can get this ore out of here, get the gold out. Now we got waste mixed in with ore. All right, so the waste rock mixed in with the ore, so what we're gonna be doing now is just picking up the ore when we can find it, throwing it in a bag. Next came the mucking, probably the most demanding part of mining. It means removing broken rock. In our case, it involved manpower, picking up rocks and moving them. Sometimes you're bagging high-grade ore, other times you're just moving junk, and sometimes you're separating the ore from the waste.
Right there at my fingertips.
Yeah, I see it.
It's gold. Here's a piece I just pulled out of the muck pile, and there's a nice little gold kind of wire sticking out there. There's gold speckle all across the top here. This is a nice piece.
All right, so in the end, we got 176 bags at about 25 pounds a piece, so about 4,400 pounds or 2¼ tons. And Jason, this stuff's running
about an ounce a ton.
So we're about 2 ounces today.
Yeah, a little over 2 ounces.
After the blast, Brent moves into mucking, the most physically demanding stage. He shovels broken rock, sorts ore from waste, and fills heavy bags one by one. Dust hangs in the tunnel as exhaustion builds. Along the fractured quartz, Brent spots visible gold embedded in the rock, confirming the vein still holds value. By the end of the shift, the crew stacks 176 bags, nearly 2 tons of material, estimated to contain about 2 ounces of gold. Back at camp, the result feels earned, but the cost is impossible to ignore. There is gold here, but reaching it takes more than strength. Many viewers admired the skill and payoff, while others focused on quieter dangers, dust exposure, fatigue, and how quickly control disappears underground. If a mine still holds real gold after more than a century, why are so few willing to stay and keep digging? On December 16, 2025, Jasko, creator of the YouTube channel Jasko, camps overnight in Devil's Forest during a snowstorm. His channel focuses on haunted locations and risky nighttime explorations. Joined by Chandler on his first camping trip, he enters a forest known for disappearances, violent history, and an old cemetery with temperatures below zero.
Tonight, we're going to be camping inside of one of the world's most haunted forests. Let me tell you a little bit about this forest. So, there was a man by the name of Bernard Hatch, who used to tie his victims to the end of his truck, drag them up dirt roads all throughout this forest, and then dismember their bodies all throughout. But not only that, there was a doctor, Dr. Stu Ben, who used to perform crazy experiments on his patients, and if he messed up, he genuinely just killed them. It is rumored that he buried them in a cemetery deep in this forest under fake names so no one would question it. Then there's also a lake where it was believed that the mafia dumped bodies into it. Now, apart from that, it is also believed that this forest is haunted by this white-faced shadow figure. Apparently, if you were to come face to face with this thing, it scars you for the rest of your life. There was also a chair in this forest, like a stone chair. And it was believed that if you sat in this chair, it would bring you bad luck. After a high school party, a girl came here with all her friends and she sat in that chair. 24 hours later, she died in a car crash. And yeah, let's show you guys around a little bit. The snow is deep, guys. I mean, look at this, ready? And luckily we have this truck, genuinely made for off-roading and stuff like that. And I will say, I don't know how much we're gonna be pushing it with this thing. We're probably gonna be doing a lot of traversing, a lot of walking. So yeah. What the hell was that? That was behind our tent.
Literally. Someone was like by the tent for a minute.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, I have it ready. My spear box. Is there anyone here at our campsite right now? I couldn't get my van here, so this is the second best thing, I suppose.
Accidental?
Are we talking about the death that happened to you? What actually happened to you? Can you share that with us? But what was that noise, bro?
I don't know.
Hello? Oh my God, listen to that echo.
I know.
Hello? Gosh. Oh, what was that? That was a voice.
How far back does this forest go?
Miles. Like miles and miles and miles. Man.
Holy, bro. Sounds like a little footstep over there. That sounds so weird because it's outside in the snow, but like I heard,
yeah,
it sounded like a crunch, like.
Okay. All right, guys, so we were just walking and we noticed over there's a sign that leads to a trail. Now, we have no idea where this one leads to. However, we were just filming for Chandler's channel and we experienced something so damn terrifying. We didn't even go the right way, by the way.
Oh shit, wait.
Yeah, we're supposed to go down the trail.
Yeah, oh my god.
What the fuck?
What was that?
Chandler, that was a laugh. Yeah.
As they walk deeper into the snow-covered forest, the atmosphere changes quickly. Jasko hears distant sounds echoing through the trees, voices that do not belong to either of them. Moments later, a sudden laugh breaks the silence from behind. Chandler reacts immediately, turning his head and scanning the darkness. The forest answers before it reveals anything.
Chandler?
What?
I was walking, I just kept like, something was like moving with me under the snow.
Oh, what the heck?
I mean, bro, they're dirty. I mean, you take a look at them.
Yeah.
So maybe they were just ditched here a while back. Clearly, this...
It had to have been a long time ago, like...
If there's anybody here with us that wants to communicate, can you let us know if you were someone who died here, a victim? Were you someone who went missing here? Was your body ever found? Please use your energy into my device here. It's so like eerily quiet.
Yeah.
So when you do hear something,
yeah,
it's like, okay,
yeah,
something's here. What the hell is that? Okay, this is actually freaking me out right now. Wait a second.
Huh?
I just heard a voice. I just heard a voice. It wasn't yours?
Nope, wasn't talking.
Someone was here. You see these tracks?
Yeah.
I don't know how long ago, but someone was here. Hello!
Okay, all right.
Oh
all right.
my God. Okay, we are not alone out here. Yeah, let's start heading back.
Cool. What?
Oh, it's like, it's hard as shit.
Oh my God.
It's a hoodie, bro.
Who's taking their hoodie off in the middle of winter?
Well, we've seen tracks here. Chandler, people go missing in this forest. We just came across some personal belongings here.
Shit, hey, wait, you're right.
Along the trail, they discover abandoned items frozen into the snow. First, a pair of old boots sits partially buried. Later, they find a hoodie from New Hampshire, stiff with ice. The clothing does not look freshly dropped. In a forest linked to missing people, the discoveries feel personal, not accidental. The ground carries reminders of those who never made it back.
I don't think we should fuck with this.
No.
This is like really giving me bad vibes.
Yeah.
Can you give us a sign to let us know you're here? Whoa! Oh shit!
Dude, wait, did you see that?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, remember rules.
Yes. That was like a tree knock. Let's see.
From where? I hate the woods, bro. It's so echoey out here.
Spears, if there's someone here, can you replicate this noise for me?
Okay, bro. Like where? From freaking where?
It's just like the echo. God knows where it's coming from.
As night deepens, a sharp whistling sound echoes through the forest. Jasko recognizes it immediately. Local warnings say never whistle in the woods. Chandler grows visibly tense as the sound fades into the trees, leaving no clear direction behind it. Some rules exist because someone already learned the consequence.
Chandler.
What?
They're glow sticks.
What?
Glow sticks.
What
Dude,
the
they've
heck?
been here for a while. If they're like basically underneath the snow. There's one right there as well. Bro, this one's underneath.
Wait, there's no way that those were there.
They weren't. We would have seen it before we even put the tent up. It was in front of the tent. We gotta make sure.
Hello? Wait, there could be someone in there.
Okay, so Chandler.
Yeah. Like what?
When we were here earlier, I said to you that if anyone else came out here apart from us, it would genuinely be stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Because, well, one, the weather,
Yeah.
two, the driving conditions, but then we've seen footprints, recent footprints.
Yep.
So Who would be out here and why? Well, someone clearly knows that we're here, obviously. That's a given. Okay, so guys, you can see it. Police just showed up. So apparently, they got some calls about a lot of weird shit going on in the forest. We just spoke to them a little bit, kind of just cleared up. We have nothing to do with whatever's going on. They really didn't want to tap too much into it. We showed them on our phone like some timestamps we have, like when we first got here, some text messages we sent, and they were like, okay, cool. I thought they were coming back. Yeah. But we kind of just cleared everything up, made sure that we were okay. And they were also saying that they don't think it's a good idea to spend the night here.
Yeah.
When they return to camp, glow sticks suddenly surround the tent. Neither of them placed them there. Soon after, police arrive and warn them about unusual activity in the area, advising them not to stay overnight. Despite the warning, Jasko decides to continue. From this moment on, they are no longer alone in the forest.
Chandler, that was a fucking gunshot. That was a gunshot.
What was?
Chandler, that was a gunshot.
What do you mean?
What the?
Turn it off.
I'm trying. Is it the wind?
How the? Yes.
Wait, hold on. Shh. Wait. What is going on right now, Chandler?
Wait, what the? Is it a car? Was that seriously a gunshot?
That was a gunshot, 100%. 100%.
You're lying. Shh. Do it quiet. Oh. Dude, what was that?
Oh! Chandler's another gunshot. We have to go. We have to go now.
While trying to sleep, unfamiliar noises return. Then, 2 gunshots ring out nearby. The sound removes all doubt. Jasko and Chandler pack up immediately and leave the campsite in darkness, choosing safety over answers. They do not wait to see who fired the shots or why. Many viewers focused on human behavior, marked camps, distant voices, lights, and police warnings, rather than paranormal explanations. If someone marked the campsite in the dark, were they planning to come back once no one was awake? On July 13, 2025, deep inside the rain-soaked wet woodland of New England, Marlo from Explore With Me. Marlo C. begins what should have been another peaceful solo wild camp. Her channel usually captures calm nights, simple routines, and quiet forest moments. But tonight, the woods feel different, unusually heavy, unusually silent. Before dawn, a series of unsettling sounds will push her to break a rule she has never broken on any trip before.
Today, we're in the Atipa Voyage. It's coming up on 7:30. Figured I'd just take a little woodland walk. It's pretty out here. It's coming up on 11 o'clock. Good night, guys. Thought I heard like footsteps or something. I've had an uneasy feeling all night. Hello? You ever get that uneasy feeling and you don't know why? I mean, I feel like I'm in like a safe area, but I don't know.
As the night settles and rain taps steadily against the tent, Marlo winds down after a simple meal and a quiet walk through the woods. Then a sudden crack cuts through the calm, a single sharp sound that freezes her in place. She listens closely, waiting for the forest to offer an explanation. But the silence that follows feels heavier than before. Something in the dark is only just beginning to reveal itself.
Maybe we should just take a walk or something and check it out. I've never bailed on a camp. I mean, it's crossing my mind. I've never bailed on a camp, whether it was a regular camp, a stealth camp, or a wild camp. So, oh man, I don't feel like getting out. Hello? Do you just ever get that feeling that you're being watched? I don't mean by like, animals or wildlife or anything like that, but you just get that eerie feeling. That's the feeling I'm getting. And I could have sworn I heard, like, you know that when like a branch sort of breaks from like a footstep? That's kind of what I thought I heard. Yeah, my heart's racing and everything. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to do.
The quiet breaks again, this time deeper, slower, deliberate. Marlo feels the shift instantly, an uneasy sense that something stands just beyond the thin fabric of her tent. The pattern doesn't resemble rain or wind, and every pause tightens the air around her. She considers checking outside, but instinct pushes back harder than curiosity, and that instinct begins steering the rest of the night.
I am out. Oh, sorry I didn't film that. I've never taken down a tent at night before. I've never, ever taken down a tent at night before, and it is not fun, especially a wet one. I've never bailed a camp, but I've just got that like negative energy feel or vibe or whatever it is, and I could have sworn I heard like a crunch of a footstep, or it's just eye shine from an animal right back there. Have you ever gotten that feeling? It's definitely something that you feel like deep in the pit of your stomach. I don't know what happened. I'm not sure. I know I heard something, and by the time, of course, when you get the camera on, you know, you hear the tail end of it or nothing at all. I can't, and I wouldn't even be able to fall asleep. You know how you get like nervous and stuff like that. You wouldn't be able to fall asleep. If you have like that kind of a feeling, or you have like a negative feeling or an unsafe feeling, then I think the best bet would be to leave.
Unease finally becomes certainty. Marlo makes the rare decision to break camp in the middle of the night, quietly packing her gear under the rain. The walkout is fast and tense, each step pressed by the feeling of not being alone in the woods. Once inside her car, she sums it up simply: when something feels wrong out here, it's safer to leave than wait for answers that may never come. Viewers believe her instincts reacted to something real, perhaps a person wandering nearby, wildlife moving oddly, or a presence choosing to stay hidden. Most agree the unease was justified. If the forest wasn't empty, then what moved around her tent? And why did it fall silent the moment she decided to leave? Hold on a sec. If you're enjoying this so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's continue. On May 18th, 2025, deep inside a remote desert canyon once buried beneath the ancient Sea of Cortez, solo van lifer Lydia Rico set out to document another chapter of her off-grid travels. Her channel follows quiet, ASMR-styled journeys, often peaceful, sometimes risky. But on this trip, far from signal towers and paved roads, a simple mistake would leave her stranded in a place where heat, silence, and isolation become their own kind of threat.
Alright, I just got stuck. 20 psi right now.
She started by airing down her tires manually, trying to make up for the lost tools she normally relied on. As she pushed deeper into the canyon, steep walls and shifting sand reminded her how easily this terrain can turn dangerous. Yet she continued forward, unaware of how quickly the desert would test her patience next. And soon the quiet road narrowed to a costly mistake.
Oh, that's what happens when you're about to get stuck. Alright, I just got stuck. I was trying to camp right here in the back tire. I stopped before it's getting worse. I'm stuck right now, so I'm gonna have to dig myself out and hopefully getting out really easily. Damn it. God, please hit me. Ah! Yes, 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 yes. Let's go, baby. Ah.
While searching for a place to camp, the van sank into soft sand, stopping her instantly. One recovery board wasn't enough, and each attempt only proved how badly the ground wanted to hold her in place. Heat, fatigue, and frustration built with every shovel of sand she moved aside. But the desert wasn't finished tightening its grip.
I made that.
She tried again. 2 boards, deeper digging, lower tire pressure, anything that might give the van a chance. After several tense pushes, the wheels finally lifted free, snapping her out of the stress that had followed her since the first slip. Exhausted but relieved, she drove back onto firm ground and allowed herself a moment to breathe, knowing she'd narrowly avoided a much worse night alone in the canyon. Comments reflect how isolation magnifies danger. One wrong move in soft sand becomes a real survival test. If the rescue had failed, how long could she have endured alone in that silent canyon? On August 1st, 2025, the Nevada desert becomes the setting for a journey long imagined by Tyler from Independence Overland, a channel known for overlanding adventures and remote camps across the American West. This time, he and a friend travel toward the edge of Area 51, following old reports, modern rumors, and a childhood curiosity that refuses to fade. Out there, beneath empty skies, they soon learn the desert rarely leaves travelers truly alone.
With at least some of our tourist duties out of the way, we've made it onto the dirt that surrounds the mysterious Area 51.
Did you guys hear that? That was a sonic boom from them testing aircraft. Like I felt it in my chest. Like someone kicked me. You see the truck?
Yeah, that's one of the camo dudes
that are watching, and we can't go past this sign.
Yeah, this isn't the gate I thought it was. We have made it to the perimeter of Area 51, and this is Groom Lake Road. And if you look behind me, there's an F-150 sitting up on the hillside. And basically they just have people that wait to make sure nobody's crossing lines and stuff, because it does happen quite often. We're not looking to do anything like that. We're gonna respect all the boundaries. I'm not trying to do anything stupid here. We did hear a sonic boom. I'm hoping we don't hear any of those in the middle of the night. They're doing all sorts of testing out here, so who knows what we're gonna see or hear. I think now we're gonna get out here and try to find us a campsite.
As expected, the security that protects the perimeter of the base hasn't lost track of us. We're positioned where they can't see us from their perch, but they're making sure to let us know that we haven't gone unnoticed.
It is funny how they just like nose in and just sit there and stare at you. It's like a weird intimidation thing.
As they approached Groom Lake Road, the landscape shifted from open desert to a place marked only by warning signs and long silence. Then, parked high on a distant ridge, they spotted the white trucks, security personnel known as the Camo Dudes, watching without moving, their presence unmistakable even at a distance. Tyler and his team stayed on public land, but the gaze from above didn't waver. And once night fell, the desert revealed something stranger still.
Intensely bright blue and red stationary lights were shining above these clouds right until I grabbed my camera. We could tell by the intensity of these lights that whatever it was relatively close, but none of us can see it with the naked eye. Zooming in on the footage, however, exposes two what looked to be triangular shaped craft, and these were making no noise and they were not moving.
The whole thing with this story is that it is obviously not created by us, but it doesn't necessarily mean it wasn't created here. I don't know what it is. I don't think anybody who's watching this video actually knows what it is.
As exciting as this spot has been, we want to see the main gate, so into the climate control of the trucks and on to our next destination, a place that we will absolutely, positively see an alien.
So yeah, we stopped at the Little Alien to eat, and they were not allowing filming inside. There's a bunch of signs everywhere. We're gonna make our way to the other gate.
Perhaps my mind was a little too adventurous when determining where the main gate might be, because our last option is straight down the widest and most maintained dirt road that we've come across. Seeing the main gate of one of the most secretive places in the United States, if not the entire world, was incredible to see. But with how locked off this place is, our time is better spent heading into the trails to see if we can set up for the night to observe the sky.
When darkness settled across Delamar, their cameras captured what their eyes struggled to see. Two colored lights suspended against the cloud line. They hovered without drifting, without pulsing, as if anchored to a point far beyond the ridges. Through zoom, the shape looked triangular, its edges softened by distance, its movement non-existent. Even the skeptic in the group had no quick explanation. But the most unsettling moment came on their final night in the open desert.
Which direction was the base?
It's that way.
Tonight we are far enough off the beaten path and far enough away from any gates that we don't have to worry about any unexpected visitors. But we're still close enough to the base that we can look up and wonder what kind of technology could be flying around up there.
It started way over here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like here, and it went like up, and then it stopped, and then it started moving this way.
Yeah, 90 degrees.
You light it up again with that laser?
We all saw glimpses of unconventional lights in the sky on this trip. And whether they're man-made or not, it's exactly what we wanted to see while visiting Area 51.
Camping miles from any town, they watched a lone light rise sharply above the horizon, pause, then shift direction at a precise right angle. Too abrupt for a plane, too controlled for drifting debris. It glided, stopped, and moved again before fading into the star field. When the desert quieted once more, Caleb admitted the trip had changed his perspective, leaving all of them with more questions than answers. Some viewers believed the team was being observed the entire time, citing the camo dudes and the unexplained aerial motion. Others suggest these lights could reflect classified testing, visible only to those camped close enough to notice. If these lights appeared on nights they were watching, how many passed unnoticed on nights they weren't? And beyond those ridgelines, who else was looking back across the desert darkness? On November 9th, 2025, the creator behind Dead Appalachia traveled to a remote off-grid cabin deep in eastern Ohio. His goal was direct, yet unsettling. Break every rule of Appalachia and see what answered back. What began as a folklore experiment slowly shifted into something more instinctive, where darkness, silence, and old stories shaped the night around him.
Bench? Oh man, this is looking cool. All right, here's the cave. Huh. Ah! Oh, thorns, just thorns. I'm jumpy right now, man. Okay. Huh, interesting. Not much of a cave as much as it is an overhang, huh? Let's see down here, maybe there's a bigger opening. I'm honestly kind of worried I'm gonna come across a bear who's just trying to chill. That'd be my luck. Kind of just an overhang, not much of a cave. I was expecting something like Minecraft, I guess. But this is still pretty cool. Maybe I'll come back out here once the nighttime comes and See if anything gets me for breaking the rule. What the? I think I accidentally turned on my spirit box when I was trying to open up my gear pouch. That scared the hell out of me. I'm not gonna lie. That was kind of jarring. There's a lot of weird sounds happening out here. Did you know that Ohio is considered the most haunted state in the entire US? Before I was, really getting into this stuff, I didn't think much of Ohio, because only a tiny sliver of Ohio is actually Appalachia. But as I do more research, it really is an interesting state. There's a lot of like natural history. There's a lot of ghost towns here, and there's a crap ton of haunted locations here in Ohio, more so than pretty much anywhere else in the country. So I'm actually kind of excited to be here. I've never been to Ohio before. That's what I like about this YouTube channel. It lets me travel to these different states in the Appalachian region that I never would have gone to on my own. I'm gonna go check out this pond that the signs are talking about. Then I'm gonna head back, wait for the sun to go down, and then start my investigations and doing a couple of experiments. Those experiments being breaking every rule of Appalachia that I can. I keep hearing things rustling along this tree line. I think it's just squirrels, but like that's gonna do a whole lot. I mean, it's something. Huh. Well, I found a pond. Good looking pond. Very scudsy. Some type of A-frame with chicken wire on it. I think that may be a duck house. I bet there's chock full of fish in here. Then again, I don't have an Ohio fishing license, and I really don't want to spend the money just to fish for one day. Again, I keep hearing rustling. There's a lot of squirrels around here. All right, let's head back. I'm gonna take a nap with my wife, and we will wake back up when it's dark, and I'll see if I can entice anything to come and eat us. All right, I guess I'll see you in the nighttime.
He reached the isolated cabin and explored its surroundings. A narrow bridge, an abandoned shed, a shallow overhang, and a murky pond hidden behind the trees. Even the spirit box switching on by itself suggested the property carried its own weight. But the real test would begin only after dark.
She is awake. Hi, baby. All right, since you're here, I don't have to look up sounds. All right, just whistle a couple times for me. Thank you.
That's the best whistle I've ever done in my life, that last one.
I know, I'm quite impressed. All right, well, I'm out here. If you hear any type of weird sounds...
I'm just gonna go back and tuck myself under the blanket if I do.
No, take a video and try to catch something. Maybe something will look at you through these windows.
If someone looks at me through these windows and it's not a possum, we're gonna have a problem.
Freaking phone. Hopefully you can hear that with the audio turned up. Did y'all hear that rustling? Hello? Any wendigos out here? Any skinwalkers? I ain't afraid of you. I'm a little afraid.
At dusk, he broke the first rule and whistled into the woods. The sound barely faded before something large rustled back, close enough to feel but impossible to see. The reaction was immediate and unsettling. Still, he continued pushing the boundary.
Okay. The little lanterns here are a nice touch. These ones right here, very much so dead though. I'm worried about going out here without a weapon or something, but I doubt that axe would do me much good anyways. It looks super dull. We'll head this way. I saw a trail that heads up the mountainside. I'm gonna follow that. And once we get up top of the mountain, sit down and start breaking some rules. Check out that moon. That is you probably can't see it too well on a GoPro, but that is a gorgeous crescent moon. I will say I am getting a sort of bad vibe feeling out here. I'm I'm sure you hear this a lot from other paranormal YouTubers, but something feels wrong out here. I feel like I'm not welcome. I guess I am out here purposely breaking supernatural rules. Yeah, I'm getting the heebie-jeebies. Something about the Appalachian woods when the leaves start falling. The woods around here just look so ominous and creepy and uninviting. It's like whatever is out here does not want you in here. Here we are, right here. I'm gonna try to not talk very much on the walk up here, and I'm not gonna put any type of like ambient music. I want y'all to hear the sounds of the forest. So I'm gonna turn up the volume here really loud to see if you guys can hear something that I can't. Here we go. What is this? Feed, sawdust, something or other. Weird. We're just gonna keep heading up into this hill, this mountain, see where it takes us. Once we reach the top, like I said, I'm gonna set my pack down and then just see what happens. Look at this gnarled, creepy ass looking tree. This forest is daunting to say the least. Did I just see something move? I think it's just my eyes playing tricks on me. We're almost to the top of the hill, I think. Oh, man. That incline. It's getting the best of me here. All right, this place looks pretty secluded. We're a decent bit away from the cabin. This is as fine place as any. Okay, got the night vision camera going here. This place is terrifying at night. I will tell y'all what. So far, I have not seen anything out of the ordinary. I haven't even seen an animal. Right now I'm just kind of sweeping the area with the IR. If there are any animals or creatures, the IR will make their eyes glow. But right now, I see no signs of animals, cryptids, or whatever else in the vicinity. Yeah, there ain't nothing right now. My name is Luke, and I ain't afraid of you. I'm calling you out. You want to come say hello? I'm right here. Wendigo. 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 Skinwalker. Skinwalker. Come out, you antlered bastard. I ain't afraid of you. I got the Lord on my side, son. Come say something to dear old Appalachia. If you ain't a wuss. Was sent this spirit box by a subscriber of mine. So this will be my first time using it. I honestly don't know how to use it that well. Kind of new to all this, but maybe there's some spiritual energies here I can talk to.
Pay for a vacation later.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Do you hear that shit? Those are coyotes. They are very, very close. Let's go try to see if we can catch them on camera or on the night vision camera.
What got them hooting and hollering last time is the spirit box. Maybe if I run it again, I'll get them to start up again. Let's try that. think it's about time I head back to the cabin. What the actual hell was that? The spirit box was working fine just a minute ago, getting regular radio signals. Is that normal? I'm sure there's some much more experienced paranormal investigators who have used spirit boxes frequently. Is that normal? For it to make that god-awful sounds? That has set my nerves right on edge. I don't like it. That mixed with those coyotes over yonder, I am more than a little on edge. I think I'm going to continue this investigation in the safety of the cabin. I feel a very, very unwelcoming. All right, let's get back inside my cabin. I'm sure my wife is worried about me. Oh, hi. Bong.
Entering the forest alone, he felt the dread settle fast. Calling out into the dark drew an instant response, coyotes erupting in every direction. When the spirit box cracked with harsh, distorted tones, the mood shifted from eerie to hostile. He turned back. Returning to the cabin, his wife reported scratching on the walls and something dragging outside. By morning, he admitted Appalachia wasn't the nightmare TikTok claimed, yet the forest had unmistakably reacted. Some viewers say it was instinct and wildlife. Others believe breaking the rules simply revealed what listens in the dark. If the rules aren't real, why did everything escalate the moment he challenged them? On March 26, 2025, deep in the gold-bearing rivers of New Zealand, Polly from the YouTube channel Pioneer Polly returns for another long-form expedition. His channel documents real gold hunting, sniping, dredging, metal detecting, and the unpredictable moments that come with searching remote waterways. But on this trip, the river reveals more than metal. It uncovers traces of ancient worlds and hidden pockets that seem to surface only when no one else is around.
All right, so officially doing it again. I got no expectations for today. Like I said, I'm down here for 3 weeks and I don't want to put a lot of pressure on myself like I normally do. I'm just gonna go out, see what kind of gold I can find, and ultimately just have a good time. I'm using the shovel here to move the overburden out of the way so I can see the bedrock. Once I see the bedrock, I can start working the cracks and that's where the gold will be. So I suck up the gold by using what's called a snuffer bottle. You just squeeze and let go and it sucks up the gold. Not a bad chunky little piece. All right. Now, of course, when you see a crevice with gold in it, you have to finish cleaning it out, which I did, but there was no more gold inside. All right, more ironstone is leading us to more gold. I just found our second gold nugget. So I went to the very bottom of that hole, didn't see anything else, so let's find a new spot. I'm just gonna get my gear here, head on downstream a little ways, see if I can't find one more spot, and then head back to camp, have dinner, and then come back out tomorrow morning. So I just changed spot, and I found a nice little flake in this thin little crack. This one might be hard to fill, but I'll give it a try. What I'm doing here is removing a bunch of rock so I can access the smaller gravelly material that's on the bedrock. Once I'm there, I can sort of sift through it looking for that heavy ironstone and obviously gold as I come across it. Okay, so about 10 minutes later, I've been breaking up some bedrock and now I'm starting to see a bunch of little gold. So let me just film it and see if we can find something else on camera. All right, so day one complete. I got all my stuff laid out everywhere. Gonna dry my wetsuit still. We're gonna go back to camp and dump out the gold, see what we have, and then just try to beat it tomorrow. Back at base camp, got the snuffer bottle here, and then we're gonna see what we got in a couple hours. Hurry up.
Ta-da!
We got a special rock.
What kind of special rock set one? You weren't even looking for that.
I don't know what that is. So there you have it. A little bit of gold for a few hours that were in the water. All pretty chunky, which I admire. All right, so I'm gonna go make some food and then I'm gonna let this dry, put it away, and we'll get back to it tomorrow.
Soon after reaching the claim, Paulie suits up and enters the cold current, working his way deep into a narrow crease beneath a trapped boulder. The water presses hard against the stone as he clears the gravel, uncovering two small nuggets wedged in a dangerous spot where the river folds into itself. It's a reminder that every find here comes with risk. But farther upstream, the river is holding something older.
Just found the first piece of the day, a little piece of fly poop. So yes, the majority of this trip is to find gold. However, I recently learned that some of the oldest fossils in the world are found right here, so I'm definitely taking my time while searching. So it's been another hour. I haven't been finding anything, but I just found a pile of ironstone and then one nice little flake. Just using my flashlight to look into deeper crevices, and I found a nice piece of gold. So this piece was actually hard to get out. Yeah, a little picker. I made my way downstream to a spot I passed when hiking up. This spot was where I found the first set of fossils and our first thicker chunk of gold. Oh yeah. My tweezers are in my bag downstream, so I'll try to get it out, and if I can't, I'll go get my tweezers. Check this out. I just banged out a fossil. The other half of it is still on the bedrock. Oh, another one. I'm not so sure I'll be able to show you this, but I found 2 nuggets. It's in a really tough spot though. So this spot was sketchy to say the least. Not only was I under a rapid, but there was a huge boulder wedged against the cliffside right above where my body was underwater. Gold is never worth risking your life for, but it's much harder to notice that risk in the moment. I sort of just shadowed Reese and jumped in the water whenever he spotted a bit of gold on the bedrock. And after about 20 minutes of this, they were ready for their first cleanup. Some gold there, there. Some more gold there. There's gold everywhere. When you find candy, it's a good chance. There could be candy around.
While Reese works the dredge, Paulie drifts along the rock wall and studies the formations beneath him. Embedded in the stone are fossil patterns, remnants shaped nearly 400 million years ago, exposed only where the current has carved away the surface. They aren't gold, but they speak of a world far older than the modern claim, and yet the strongest signals are still waiting in a quieter branch of the creek.
Alright, so I have my flash on because it's sort of dark in here. Reese, Jonesy, and I are at the river, but we all decided to split up and try different tributaries. And funny enough, I picked a tributary off the side of the creek, and my very first target I got was gold. It's screaming, so it should be gold, or it should, oh my god. Look at that! Oh my god! Wow, that was quick. Yep, sure enough. That is a gold nugget. It's actually kind of heavy for that size. Probably about 4 or 5 grams. Let's see if there's any more. Oh yeah.
A big log you move.
I know, I'm strong.
Push!
Do you see it? Yes!
I thought there was another bit.
Yes, look at that. Woo!
No way.
It's another heavy bit. Probably about 3 grams, 4 grams. That is awesome. So Jonesy saw me kick over this log like the Hulk, but now Jonesy's gonna move these 3 big rocks first. No, I'm gonna follow up this crack right here because I think this could be good. Also a lot of work to move it all, but we can work slow. There's obviously gold here. So in the sun, this is what we have so far. That is freaking awesome.
Holy shit.
Hey, I'm kind of, hold on. It does look like that bigger piece we have is a different color. It's almost more white. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera. Heck yeah, baby. Okay, we're back at Reese's house, and it's time to show you some stuff. Now, all the gold I found for this trip is in here, and we don't have a gold pan, so I'm just gonna have to dump this in the lid to weigh it. But before we do that, some show and tell. So this is a piece of ironstone. Now, it is my favorite piece, one of my favorite pieces, because it looks like an asteroid. It's obviously tumbled, and it's been around a long time. And what's interesting is this is exactly the same kind of rock. Now, I found this in a pothole, so it's obviously been spinning around and tumbling for a very long time to get that shape. Both the same kind of rock, both different characters, and both are my favorite. Now, this is a little fossil I was able to take back. It's a little shell. I don't know how well you can see that, but I think it's cute, and I'll probably just hide that around Reese's house. Now, this rock was actually closed like this, and then when I broke it open, I noticed a whole bunch of fossils in here. They're all shells. There might be like a fish or something I saw earlier. The other side, obviously, the imprints to those fossils. I'll weten these up and see if we can actually see that a little better. It actually made it worse. But anyways, there's some fossils. Now for the candy. We're gonna turn this sucker on, put on the lid. I'm gonna guess, I don't know, 25 grams. 25 grams. 2906, so just under an ounce, or a troy ounce, which is 31 grams, which I believe is around 4,700 Kiwi dollars. I'm not really sure what that would be Canadian or American, but Kiwi is more money, so I just say Kiwi.
Later, Paulie separates from the group and follows his detector into a small side channel. Standing alone between steep banks, he tracks a sharp signal buried beneath a fallen log. Clearing the soaked debris reveals a heavy nugget, 4 to 5 grams. The largest piece of the trip so far. It's the kind of find that anchors the long days in the bush and the moment he later carries into the final weigh-in, where the total climbs to over 29 grams before he heads home. Some viewers believe Paulie may have passed over richer pockets, pointing to ironstone clusters and faint signals he left behind. Others noted unusual frames during the trip, suggesting the river might hold more than he realized. If one large nugget hid beneath a collapsed log, what else lies under the stones he never moved? And in the deeper cuts of that creek, did the camera miss something waiting just beyond view? On February 7th, 2024, the creators of Overnight ventured deep into the Navajo Nation, 6 hours from the nearest city, to investigate the infamous legend of the Skinwalker. Guided by 2 medicine men and bound by strict ritual, they stepped into sacred land where belief and danger merge. What unfolded that night would leave the entire team shaken.
How's it going? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. How's it going, guys?
Nice to meet you.
How's it going? Good to meet you guys.
How you doing, sir?
Doing pretty good. You?
Good. Bring it in, dog. Good.
Sean Clan. Okay. So we're your security. We're your bodyguards. Your guide. And sometimes when you go into the spiritual world, especially when you're hanging out with indigenous people, you gotta be prepared. Yeah. When you got into that dirt road, that's when you got onto the Navajo Nation. So now you guys are officially on the res now. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get ready for you all.
Pretty awesome.
So we're going to make sure you guys are all safe and have a good time tonight. We're going to get you guys ready too. So
I was kind of scared, but then when I saw you do your little buddy hop, I'm like, ah, we're good.
We're going to be all right.
You're going to get a little Wait, do you have a samurai sword?
What? One of our sacred weapons.
Oh, what?
Oh, no.
Just don't touch the blade.
Really?
Yeah, it is poisoned.
What? With what? Like poison to human or poison to
human? I have the herb in here for the antidote. Just
wait, what's on the blade?
Don't touch it.
I know.
Just don't touch the end of the blade.
Dog.
But those,
don't even open it. You're about to lick it?
In English, it's Black Raven. But it's already earned a name.
Black Raven? What does it do? Wait, what?
So,
have you had to use this for humans before?
Skinwalkers, which are pretty much half human, half spirits.
Wait, have you like struck a skinwalker with that?
Take a look deeper into the blade.
Oh gosh.
What the?
So, this ash is a blessed ash. The reason for the ash is for protection. You guys are gonna want to go ahead and like dip your fingers in here. And you're gonna want to go ahead and put it on the bottom of your feet. For the males, you do the left side first, and the females, you do right side. So left, you go left, right, then you do your heart, your back, and your palms. Left, right, and you do your foot. And I will say, personally, if you guys have any relatives or pull out your phones that are on the wallpaper, I recommend you change that to something that's not a family member or something like that. Would you guys like me to go into the origin story of the Skinwalker hours since we're here. So the borders of the Navajo Nation are based off of 4 sacred mountains. 2 in Colorado, 1 in Arizona, and 1 in New Mexico. These medicinal people, a long time ago, the spirit taught them how to shapeshift to be able to go to these 4 sacred mountains in a matter of hours. So in that ceremony, they had to gather herbs and learn how to gather those objects for the protection ceremony that they were going to do. Along the way, darkness, to be able to learn how to shapeshift is a long, tedious process that takes years to do it in a good way. Evil came about, and I can teach you how to do it quick and fast. But there's certain things that you have to do, certain sacrifices. You have to sacrifice your most loved one. The one you hold dearest to your heart, you have to sacrifice. Well, that's just the first step. There's so many other darker steps that I kind of honestly won't go into, but it's very, very gruesome to be able to go into that. The grave robbers dig them up, get their bones, and grind it up, mix it with poisons. Well, that poison takes 4 days. If you don't get a ceremony, then you will die. So they have bone knives, bone darts, everything that they use in their arsenal. The reason why we have these armors things here, swords and all that to protect ourselves.
What'd you give us?
So I'm also going to be giving each of you guys another level of protection here. So each of you is going to have an arrowhead. These are your guys' to keep. Oh, thank you. Heaven forbid anything happened to us and you guys are running for your lives. That's going to be able to at least stand its ground and protect you guys.
The night opened at a remote meeting point where the group entered tribal land under the warning of the medicine men. Protective ash, arrowheads, and a ritual blade were handed out as the men explained the dark path of a skinwalker. But the real shift came once they reached the cave.
Oh my
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah, that's
Oh.
bad for show.
Oh my god.
We're gonna go into that. Did anyone just realize that we have like the perfect horror movie stereotype group? We have like the stoner dude who dies like second. We have the funny one. We have the chick, and then we have like the asshole. Like we have like the perfect stereotype of like every horror movie ever. So cool.
Clear. Who's next?
We get to go up there?
How you getting
Oh.
down? What? You didn't hear that behind you?
I'll go.
Maybe it's my mind.
What are we doing?
Was that cave inhabited at one point, or does it just happen to be a cave?
Skinwalker cave up there, the old one. You can see the fires that used to burn in there. This is where they would do the sacrifices. This is where they do the satanic rituals. That cave right there. When you get in there, you'll see it opens up a little bit. And you're able to see kind of little areas where they did their stuff.
Oh god, how the frick did you get up there?
Just run. Just run.
Oh, there goes all my stuff.
Just think of yourself like a goat.
I'm a goat. I'm a goat. I'm a goat. I'm a goat. Yes.
Yes. Sounds like a low budget Pokemon. I'm a go. I'm a go. I'm a go. I'm a go.
Kind of want to go down there. Yeah, try not to fall because these go pretty far. So, I'll be first.
What the? We're gonna do that? Where do you go?
What do you? Careful right here, Corey. There's a hole.
What the?
I think I hear a woman down like that trash.
No. Shh, guys.
Hold it, guys.
Shh.
Tell everyone. Tell everyone. I heard like a. Ooh. Is anyone down there? I don't know what that was. Guys, go ahead and keep going. Keep on coming in. Try to find a spot to chill. All right, we're good.
You look comfortable, Corey. I actually am. This is actually really chill.
So if you guys take notice, the black markings that are right here, this is where they had like a fire inside of here.
Oh.
This is where they would do the sacrifices and all those other dark things, and this is where those kids were too.
What kids?
The ones in the picture.
Oh, shh. Looks like
pictures.
Looks like fingers or like chalk marks. Right behind you. See where I'm shining the light?
Those 3 right there?
Yeah.
Oh, right here. That's insane. So I guess we can all, I don't know if we can all fit in here, maybe just take turns. Shh.
What is that?
So if you guys notice, when it's completely quiet, you hear a buzzing noise. It's not silence. You hear that buzzing that's like, wee. That's high energy. So it means that there's the energy is elevated in this area. It's very clear. It's like, do you hear that? So when you hear silence, you know, it's like you don't hear anything.
But you hear the ringing. Right now it's that buzzing.
Oh, look, there's footprints.
What?
Someone's been here, look. Right? Yeah, that's 100% a footprint. A boot print, boot print, boot print, boot print.
And they said all this charring is from fires.
Oh, all of this.
So they were saying like in that room is where they did the sacrifices.
Looks like a brain. What makes me wonder if they've never been further. You normally have to be like right there.
So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is kind of like how we start with like kind of paranormal investigating and stuff when we talk with the spirits. I'll speak in what I call in English called the spiritual language, and then if need be, we'll go to a song, and that usually opens things up pretty good. So, Colta, if you can just hold still. Yeah. Colta, real quick. Hold my sword. So I don't know if my brother explained to you, sometimes when holding weapons, they don't come because they'll feel threatened or intimidated. So they say the red lights, the little red flashes that you'll see even though there's no light around, and you just see like a red like spark almost.
Yeah.
Those are the essence of the spirit looking at you. And when it's red, it's dark. Yeah. What's up? Like coming in. So that connects down here, right? Yep. So if it goes below and it comes up.
Yeah, I already have like a red light meaning they're watching us, and a red light for us means we're filming them. Yeah. It's like we're hunting them, they're hunting us. Did you see that light over there?
Oh yeah. That one.
Hello? Hey, brother, who's there?
I saw it.
Hey, there's so many. There's one right there too, bro.
Saw that, huh?
I saw that right there, yeah.
There's
It was like right there, glowing, just a
literally
white.
from there to there.
Did you see that?
You see
But
that?
the projection. Oh, they're making you look this way when he's over here.
Wait, what? I don't know what to do. I'm not ready to fight, dog. All right.
We're safe. We have the ashes. You're good.
Does taser work on?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, it uses electricity. Electricity, lightning from the thunder beam is an actual substance that can reach into the spirit world.
Inside an ancient cliffside cave, a faint ringing overtook the group. Strange markings, a lone boot print, and a spirit box responding on its own added to the unease. A haunting chant soon followed, leaving Elton and Corey visibly shaken by the emotional weight of the place. Then, outside, the energy changed again.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. What?
What? I mean, those will be like your oils left.
That's a paw print.
No, right here.
That's a paw print on your gas tank.
But check out the difference right here. Look at the difference. See, these are your fingerprints right here. There's the white right here. Look, check this out.
My truck's open.
What?
The back window too. I left it open on accident.
Oh no.
Well, look at the handprint. I mean, that could be from getting out.
Dude, that's a paw print.
Yeah, that doesn't look like the rest of them.
And why would we have touched the gas tank?
Exactly.
Yeah, there might be something in there. Be careful. They could put poison on there.
Wait, they can put poison in the car?
Wherever you touch, some places. How's the truck? Good?
Oh, it's harder to see on silver.
If it was human, it'd be 4. It's 5.
Oh. Move your leg, brother.
It looks just like that one over there.
Don't be touching my shit. Hey.
Yeah, human can't do that. Like, I'm trying to think, like, could anyone have just put, like, your... I guess if you did that, you could maybe... You know what I mean? But, like, that's really complex for a human hand to do that.
Not like these weird things.
Yeah, your finger's almost clean with that.
I just saw something duck down. Something just ducked down behind the rock. No, swear to God on my life.
That one?
Swear to God, right there, something ducked down.
Where?
It was very, very small. Like, it was like the size of like a rat. So it could have been an animal.
Oh, wow.
Guys, be ready. Head back.
Look at the sky. Holy shit, what is that?
Yo, whoa.
No way, that's a meteor.
Wait, that's is that a saucer?
Starlink? Starlink. Those are all Starlink satellites.
Dude, look at the screen.
Holy shit.
Now I feel like I'm about to shit my brains out.
Go, do it on the screen.
Sorry for interrupting, I'd never seen that before.
Yeah, it's all good. We're getting closer. Who's having stomach pains? Corey. Like this. Smell that. Keep smelling that.
Stomach? Yes. Lower stomach. Like even like underneath my stomach, like pelvis area.
As we hear the bird again. You hear it?
Yeah. My brother has some more herbs at the car.
Is it possible? Like this is relation?
Yeah.
Returning to the truck, the team spotted warped handprints pressed into the dust. Red eyes blinked from the darkness, and Corey suddenly collapsed with intense stomach pain. Overhead, a line of lights passed silently before a strange bird-like cry echoed across the rock. And that's when chaos broke loose.
Head back to the truck!
The more they use their light, the more we can see them. There's a clear shot of them to the left. What the fuck? Oh fuck, they're gone now. There they are again. Barely though. God damn it. Take a camera.
I don't think they would film it. They said you're not allowed to see this.
That's why we're doing this. It means that camera can't either.
Pistol? No, they didn't have any firearms.
That's a pistol. Yeah.
What the fuck's coming from Dora, bro?
Really?
I swear to God, right now, I'm almost completely fine.
What?
It is now the tiniest amount of pain.
Get the fuck out.
Like, I'm almost
I'm
almost completely fine right now.
They must have got him. That's what that gunshot was.
What?
Yeah, so let's keep.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah. Let's keep moving until we are at the truck, then we can stop and talk about
I feel fine. Yeah, I feel completely back to normal.
You were so fucked up there. What the fuck?
What?
The rest of them got away.
The rest of them fucking got away.
What? What?
Try not to touch it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
don't-
absolutely will not touch that. So what happened?
We chased
Ran
it down.
over here. What was that popping?
Oh my God. I slowed it down for a little bit. He was able to get it. Here.
Oh. Don't touch it.
Is the arrow still in it? Yeah, it's right there. I'm holding it. Very good. Got it.
Oh, fuck.
As Corey worsened, the guides sprinted into the brush. A gunshot followed. Moments later, they returned, breathless, holding a torn pelt strapped with bindings and crystals, claiming they had ripped it from the creature. After the pelt was burned, Corey's pain vanished just as suddenly as it began. The group left stunned, unsure what they had witnessed. Comments divided sharply. Some sensed a setup. Others believed something truly disturbed the group. If it was staged, how do we explain the timing of the symptoms, the eyes, and the ringing? On November 19th, 2024, deep within Snowdonia National Park in North Wales, Heather and his friends began their trek toward Dwllyn Bothy, a solitary stone shelter nestled between steep mountains and the dark, still waters of Llyn Dwllyn.
Sorry,
I'm excited now that we're here.
Where's
yeah.
Luna? We also got Luna today to join us.
The guard dog. You excited?
There's Luna. Yeah, she definitely looks excited. Oh, got everything. So as you can see, the car park where we parked is quite full. So we're a bit worried when we get there. We're going to be sharing the buff with other people.
or walking back to the car camping for the night. The three of us squished in the back.
Spirits were high as they arrived, joined by Luna, their guard dog, whose excitement matched the group's anticipation. The nearby car park was already crowded, raising concerns about how many others might end up sharing the shelter that night. The evening unfolded like a typical wild camping trip. Burritos cooked over an open fire, hands warmed by the flames, and laughter filled the small stone room as the group settled in.
While Sophie's eating her cold burritos, I'm warming mine up in a fire. We don't eat cold food out here. I'm cooking my burrito. Time to try the burrito. Oh, oh, look at that. Look at the steam coming out.
I hope we're doing this spot there.
Can you smell the burrito, Luna? It's nice and warm.
One by one, more people arrived. Students, hikers, backpackers, until the bothy was packed with warmth, noise, and conversation. The fire crackled constantly, and for a while, the place felt alive and welcoming. As the night went on, the mood began to shift.
Don't that look like a little goblin devil looking out the window? Well, door.
Yeah, looks like a little goblin, doesn't it?
If I turn the light down.
Hey,
look at that.
I don't like that.
So can you explain again what you just found out about this Buffy, since we've seen that picture?
According to ChatGPT, locals say that the lake is haunted and claim that sightings of strange lights and figures around the Bothy are common.
Oh my god.
Some say these lights are will-o'-the-wisps, spirits that lure travellers to the lake's dangerous waters. So yeah, there's quite a few things.
And you guys want to go up there now? After we've just seen that picture.
Well, we were at Pendle Hill a few days ago.
Luna, literally before it happened, she was running around like being a normal dog. Now, she won't leave us. Well, look on the bright side. There is like 20 of us here. People camping outside.
A pale, motionless face stared in from the darkness, its features distorted and unnatural. Jokes were made about the bothy looking haunted, and someone started reading local ghost stories aloud. The tales spoke of strange lights drifting across the lake, shadowy figures moving through the mist, and spirits said to lure travelers toward the water on foggy nights. What had been playful curiosity slowly turned into unease. For a moment, no one knew how to react. The room fell silent as people tried to make sense of what they were seeing. Explanations were offered, stories pulled from local lore, theories about will-o'-the-wisps, and the idea that the lake itself inspired hallucinations under the right conditions. What unsettled them most was Luna's reaction. Moments earlier, she had been moving freely around the room. Now she stood frozen, hair raised, eyes locked on the window. For the rest of the night, she refused to leave the group's side.
It's been I don't even know how to describe it now. Interesting experience.
My comment.
Interesting experience in this Buffy. Yeah, good night.
Good morning. It's a beautiful morning here in the valleys in North Wales. So this is the Buffy that we stayed last night. As you can see, it is surrounded by mountains and reservoirs. I highly recommend this one.
No one spoke much after that. The fire continued to pop. The wind pressed against the stone walls, and whatever had been outside never returned. By morning, the valley was calm and bright, the bothy surrounded once again by mountains and reservoirs under clear daylight. The group packed up and moved on, but the atmosphere of the place had changed. Whether what they saw was a trick of light, imagination fueled by stories, or something tied to the lake's long history remains unclear. But the question lingers: when a place carries centuries of stories, are they only legends or echoes waiting for the right moment to be noticed? Hold on a sec. If you're enjoying this so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's continue. Meet the creator behind the YouTube channel The Men's Life, known for conducting solo investigations in some of the most remote and unsettling locations imaginable. His work consistently pushes personal limits in an effort to document unexplained phenomena, from eerie sounds to whispered voices hidden in the dark. But on this night, a return to a notoriously haunted location would test his resolve more than ever before. He arrives once again at the Caribou Mines Wildlands, an infamous ghost town long rumored to be home to a mysterious cryptid-like presence. This time he is completely alone, accompanied only by his dog, Kiki, preparing for a long and potentially dangerous overnight investigation.
We are back tonight at the Caribou Mines Wildlands. This is a location where there is said to be a cryptid beast that resides. And this has been dating back from the early century. And today we're gonna take it on by ourselves. And by we, I mean me and my baby Kiki. 100% abandoned. Now that is the marker that officially brings us into the threshold of this ghost town. For those of you guys who are just peeking in now, never seen my channel, we actually did 2 videos here. I came here solo and then I came here with Cho the other time. But this location is an abandoned gold mining town. There was so much gold produced here. This spot produced the second most gold in all of the province in its time, dating all the way back to the late 1800s.
The site is entirely abandoned, marked by a threshold that signals entry into a forgotten mining settlement. As he explains the history, the location's past becomes clear. Caribou Mines was once a thriving gold mining town, responsible for producing one of the highest gold yields in the region during its peak. Countless workers lived and died here, leaving behind what many believe to be lingering residual energy. Having visited before, the investigator understands the risks, but remains unprepared for what is about to unfold. As dusk settles, he sets up camp, and the stillness is broken the moment he activates a spirit box. What begins as an attempt to communicate with former miners quickly turns disturbing.
May I touch you?
Whoa, no! No, you may not. May I touch
I'm afraid to talk.
you? You may not touch. What the? You may not touch me, man. I'm sorry. May I touch you? I'm afraid to talk.
Clear, disembodied responses emerge from the static, referencing physical contact and ritualistic behavior, immediately shifting the tone of the investigation. The activity escalates rapidly. The device issues warnings, urging caution and referencing nearby burial grounds. Moments later, the tension peaks when an unseen force physically knocks an object at the campsite.
Jesus Christ. What the f was that? What the? You fucking serious right now?
Look, I'm here.
Jesus. Who are you? What the? Yo, something's going on. Somebody just pushed this off the thing. I'm gonna lose it. I'm literally gonna lose it.
Can you see us?
No.
At that point, it becomes clear this is no longer limited to voices or sound. It is something capable of interacting with the physical environment. Seeking safety, he retreats into his tent. But the terror intensifies as violent impacts slam against the fabric, as though something invisible is attempting to force its way inside.
What's up? Literally, what the fuck? No one's there. What the fuck? Yo, no one's there. What the? Guys, I'm literally looking out and no one's there, and it's going on as we speak.
Despite repeatedly checking the surroundings, nothing can be seen. The banging continues without explanation, confirming that whatever is present cannot be visually identified. When the disturbance finally stops, he gathers the courage to investigate. Outside the tent, he discovers a disturbing print pressed into his equipment case. Large, oddly shaped, and unlike anything he can easily explain. It appears to be physical evidence left behind by whatever had been tormenting him moments earlier. Although he eventually leaves the Caribou Mines wildlands, the encounter leaves a lasting impression. Threatening voices, physical aggression, and unexplained marks blur the line between a haunted location and something far more dangerous. Whether this was an intelligent paranormal presence, an unknown creature, or a combination of both remains unclear. But one question lingers. What truly inhabits this abandoned ghost town, and why does it seem determined to drive visitors away? Meet the creator behind the YouTube channel, The Northwest Wind, an avid outdoorsman who documents his stealth camping adventures in secluded off-trail locations. His videos usually reflect quiet nights in nature, simple escapes meant to disconnect from the world. But on this particular outing, he would learn how quickly isolation can turn dangerous when the silence of the woods is broken by an unwelcome human presence. The trip began routinely at a local park, where he planned to leave the marked trails and find a hidden place to spend the night. He knew camping there wasn't permitted, but the challenge of stealth camping was part of the appeal.
It just blows my mind that time has gone by so fast. Tonight, we're camping at a local park, dog park, walking trails, hiking trails. Gonna go off the trail into the woods. We're camping stealthily because everyone's always like, why not stealth camp at a campground or a park or something? So that's what I'm doing. So that was the end of the official trail. There's all kinds of unofficial trails that go all through these woods. It's a couple hundred acres. Don't think you're allowed to camp back here, but I'm not camping. I'm just gonna lay my head for the night in a stealthy way. And it's like humid from all this rain. My sausages are sweaty. Always have to come back for the camera now. Of course I dropped it in the snow. That's always good too. I love dropping my camera in the snow. We're gonna bushwhack a little bit. We've been walking for about 15 minutes.
After hiking deeper into the forest, he bushwhacked his way toward what seemed like a flat, secluded clearing suitable for a small bivvy tent. Just as he believed he had found the perfect spot, he came across something unsettling, the torn remains of an old tent and tarp. The discovery immediately changed the atmosphere. Someone had clearly camped there before, but the condition of the abandoned gear raised questions about who they were and why the site had been left behind so abruptly.
What do you know? This looks like a tent or a tarp. That kind of sketches me out. So that's the remains of a tent and a tarp. That means somebody's camped back here before. Now, it could have just been some young punks smoking dope, or it could have been like an Asian Tony type character, maybe Asian Tony himself. That kind of sketches me out. I don't like the vibe I got seeing that.
Despite the unease, he continued setting up camp. As dusk fell, a thick fog rolled through the trees, and a persistent feeling of being watched set in. He tried to ignore it while preparing dinner, reminding himself that the park was public, though he was far from the main trails. Still, the sensation followed him, heavy and constant.
I don't know what it is here, but I keep feeling like somebody's watching me, and it's like very, very strong feeling, like hair on the back of my neck standing up. I don't know. I just keep feeling like I'm being watched or something, though. I don't know. There are people around for sure. It's a very public park area, but I'm off the main trails by a ways. It's also very dead back here and foggy too. I don't know if the camera picks up the fog, but there's fog rolling in like everywhere. It's just kind of...
Later that night, inside his tent, the situation escalated. Footsteps approached, very close. He listened carefully and realized there were two people nearby, whispering to each other just outside his shelter. When he called out, there was no response.
There's somebody, hang on. I don't know if they could see it or not through the tent. I don't think so. I'm leaning right up against the light, but somebody's walking around out there very close to the tent. Somebody's out there. I don't know if they're coming this way or just walking around out there. I can't tell. Somebody's definitely walking around out there, though. Hang on. I don't want to leave the light on in case they could see in here. I think the fly is thick enough that they can't see the light, but still, I'm leaning right up against the lantern, so you can only just barely see my face.
Moments later, hands pressed against the tent, followed by forceful pulling that collapsed it on top of him. In panic, he escaped the tent and ran, leaving all his gear behind. Cigarette smoke lingered in the air as he caught brief glimpses of two figures standing over his campsite.
Okay, they're walking away now. What do you want? I have a knife. Get away, what do you want? Hello, I can't see you. Say something, I see you. They collapsed my tent on me. I don't know which way they went. I think they went this way. I see you. Get away! All right, I'm spooked. I don't like this. Get my headlamp on and we're getting out of here right now. They're just standing there. Leave me alone! They collapsed my tent on me and pulled the fly off while I was still in there. Someone's smoking a cigarette too. I smell your cigarette! We're going. I'll come back for this some other time.
He fled through the dark forest, falling repeatedly, until he reached a clearing and saw a light moving toward him. That was enough to send him sprinting back to his car. The next morning, he cautiously returned to retrieve his belongings. His fears were confirmed when he found his campsite disturbed. Tent stakes pulled out and his dry bag opened. This wasn't a coincidence or a harmless prank. Someone had intentionally interfered with his gear. Though he escaped physically unharmed, the psychological impact lingered. Who were those people, and why did they target him? Were they simply trying to scare him away, or was something more dangerous avoided by sheer timing? Encounters like this raise an unsettling question. When stealth camping goes wrong, is the real threat ever the wilderness itself, or the people hiding within it? On March 20th, 2018, during a cold, rainy night at Poco Lake in Indiana, solo camper Austin Armstrong arrived expecting nothing more than isolation, damp air, and the steady comfort of a campfire.
I just went out in the middle of nowhere at this campground at Potoka Lake in Indiana. I'm the only one out here. Obviously, it's kind of cold and it's projected to get colder and it's raining. But I like a challenge whenever I camp, and I've camped in much worse weather conditions than this. So I figured, yeah, why not? So here's my little site right there.
The campground was empty, the weather worsening, but Austin welcomed the challenge, setting up his small site alone and preparing to make the most of the night. Hours passed as the rain eased and the fire burned low. Wearing a headlamp, Austin stepped toward the dark tree line to gather more wood.
So I got these logs here, and they're dry, but you can't just start a fire with just logs, you know? So you have to have all these like small sticks to get started. Well, everything's wet. So I'm trying to get it up and getting these small sticks and stuff burning. But once I can do that, then I can put this log back on, because I had it burning sort of earlier. Oh, this is a task, let me tell you. But the rain is... so it was mostly wet. What the... I don't know if you guys just heard that, but like... something literally just went boom over there. Holy crap. Go check it out. I don't see anything. Hello? I'm trying to find a rational explanation too. Like, maybe it was the wood. But I don't...
The task was routine, checking the ground, breaking down damp branches, and moving between the fire and the surrounding woods while the distant outline of the campground remained barely visible. Everything felt ordinary, even peaceful. That calm shattered without warning. A single explosive boom echoed through the forest, far too loud and heavy to be a snapping twig or falling branch. Austin froze as the sound lingered, deliberate and close. He scanned the darkness with his flashlight, but the trees offered nothing back. No movement, no reflection, just silence. Then came another sound, sharper and deeper, like something shifting its weight or climbing nearby.
Okay, this is better. Come on, surely there's not something out here right now. I will be upset. Hello? Oh my god. I would be so upset if there's something out here right now. But that was a very large boom and snap. It sounded like there was something like climbing through something. So it could have been an animal. I'm praying to God that it was something collapsing in the fire. But it was very, very loud. I guess you guys, maybe you guys...
The noise felt intentional, too fast and forceful to dismiss easily. Austin tried to rationalize it, hoping it came from collapsing firewood, but the scale of the sound didn't match.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go back on my way now. I hope to God something's not out here right now. Alright, so here's an update. Well, the fire's doing really well, or was, up until this point. And then the rain started again. So,
It's great. This is why I came out here, I guess, is, you know, challenge the camping and just be away and just, I don't know. It's not a good idea. Still don't know what the big boom thing was. I've been keeping the music on my phone going, keeps my mind off of it. I don't know. It probably was just a fire, I hope. That's how I keep telling myself.
The forest felt different now, as if it were watching him instead. He searched the area cautiously and found nothing. No animals, no obvious cause, only a fallen sign and a growing sense that something unseen had been present all along. Returning to camp, the rain began again, dampening the fire and his confidence. To steady his nerves, he kept music playing, trying to push away the lingering unease. The night continued, but the question remained unanswered. Whether the sound was a large animal, shifting debris, or something harder to explain is unclear. What is certain is how quickly solitude turned unsettling. So if you were alone in the woods and heard something that powerful moving just beyond the light, would you stay? And would you ever feel truly alone out there again? Meet Franco, the fearless creator behind the YouTube channel Franco TV, known for exploring some of the world's most mysterious and dangerous locations. His content focuses on places most people deliberately avoid, documenting abandoned sites, forbidden areas, and environments steeped in fear through a raw, immersive approach. But during one investigation in an Argentinian forest, Franco and his companion Claudio would learn that some locations are not meant to be disturbed. On a hot, humid evening, Franco returned to a forest infamous for witchcraft, ritual activity, and a troubling number of missing person cases. Claudio joined him to provide backup as they prepared to spend the entire night deep inside the restricted woods. As daylight faded, the forest's reputation weighed heavily on the investigation.
I made it with Claudio. Claudio, ¿qué tal? Right now we're going to be going into the forest and we're going to be going deeper into there. I just waited for him to get back, but it is starting to get nightfall and the time is now 5:52. On top of that, we also found out that there's a bunch of missing people that go on missing through this whole forest. Wow, that's dangerous. The thing is, that's kind of dangerous because at the same time, at night, I probably wouldn't have seen that. I could probably slip in there and fall. But I don't know what that's connected to. So a lot of this just goes to show you that the forest just keeps going on and on. The things that he was finding out about this place as far as missing people go. They are skeptical and thinking that maybe it could have been, what do you call that? They probably used people for like sacrificial stuff. And that's probably why they went missing. This is more like a missing 411 kind of location.
Almost immediately, the terrain revealed its dangers. Just off the main path, they discovered a massive concealed pit, deep enough to seriously injure or kill anyone who wandered into it after dark. The forest felt endless and unforgiving, reinforcing local theories that some missing individuals may have vanished under darker circumstances tied to ritual practices. As they pushed deeper, disturbing signs of human presence became more frequent. Discarded bags, old shoes, and clothing hung from trees, suggesting deliberate activity rather than random litter. The sounds of the forest began to change as well, with distant voices and a sudden loud impact indicating they were no longer alone. At one point, Franco explored a narrow trail by himself while Claudio remained nearby. The deeper he went, the more confined the forest felt, until he witnessed a large black figure moving swiftly between the trees before disappearing completely.
Holy shit. Look what I finally found. I don't know if you guys ever read Reddit stories about